it's going to be a happy ending, very lovely.
Really?
Yes, as long as Donya so that.
But Barrister, you need to explain in English what Tanamiami is.
There are certain languages that don't have English name in it.
It's very important. This is national radio, so when we use certain terms that is not generally well understood, you will have to explain so everybody understand the context you're coming from.
In fact, that's why we are working together. Where I miss out, you can fill in the gap. Or you tell them, Tanamiami.
Barrister, you want the Umahi treatment. You've not heard the latest situation. A young lady is in the coffin and she's about to be autopsied, and you're saying to me that you want that treatment. Why?
It's not it's not such every.
Barrister, you don't want me to give birth to beautiful children. So you want a treatment that will lead to something else?
Not all adventure end up in such a manner.
Wow.
Since Lagos is becoming too hot, we can return to the country home in the village in a quiet environment.
I'm afraid of the country home you're referring to, Barrister. No. That particular country home is a dangerous one, no. Because you enter somewhere, nothing happens, and then they're saying something else in the morning that is unalived.
Esther, you can be very sure. What are you telling me? With me, you are very safe.
Barrister, are you sure?
Very safe. Because from all I've been doing,
the Minister of Works is saying now that after breaking his silence over the death of the physiotherapist, Miss Mary Habila, a staff member who died at his residence in Ubuwe State, he's saying that she was like a daughter to him. Barrister, am I not a daughter to you? Why would you want your daughter to humanize you? It doesn't make sense. He says she had worked closely with him for years and had a history, Barrister. She had a history of medical challenges for which he personally funded treatment. Barrister, do you understand what is going on now? He's also revealing that his late age complained of bleeding from her nose during a phone conversation with her boyfriend. That is how close they are. He knows very close, intimate details about this young lady, and that she complained to him about bleeding through her nose during a conversation with her boyfriend shortly before she was found dead, as he insisted there was no evidence of foul play in the incident.
One thing that is very striking here is that
Barrister, can you tell me?
It's always good to identify a man by what he likes.
Oh, really?
Yes, that contractor lady that was linked to Dave Umahi. She was very busty and very succulent, and you understand. Those people they're very chubby.
Okay.
This other lady too, the same specification. So why are they always linking Dave Umahi with things like that? Esther, can you give me explanation? Yeah? These are issues. So when you like certain things, at the end of the day.
Barrister, this is not funny actually. If you look at the circumstances surrounding this.
Esther, since the federal government is making it to look like a funny joke, let us use it as a joke. Because in a serious country, Dave Umahi will not remain in office 24 hours after this thing broke. Like we said in the World News, what are staff members doing in your country home? That unofficial They said official visit,
Barrister, but they didn't tell us precisely what kind of official visit.
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Both of us are trying to find. That's why I was wondering. That's why I said, why would you want such a treatment? For example, he said that she's like a daughter to him. I'm supposed to be like a daughter to you. So you're sure you're not supposed to be expecting a certain kind of treatment that leads to elevated pulses, adrenaline, that could supposedly cause an aneurysm, which leads to a nosebleed, a tongue bleed, or pinned thigh.
As if we have not had fathers, biological fathers who sleep with their daughters. As if we have not had it.
Well, Barrister, you know that many are roaming but very few are sane.
So all those talks are for the gods. The thing is that what are staff members of the ministry doing in your private chalet at home, in your country home? What are they doing there? Esther, what are they doing there? Can you tell us that official duty they are performing in your village?
Barrister, you just said in official capacity.
That's what we want to find out now. Tell us. Are we not supposed to know? Are they constructing road in your room?
So if they're constructing road, it can lead to accidents.
Things like that, just like that.
It's possible that from where she was standing or where he was standing or sitting, before anything could take place, something happens.
And construction equipment are very heavy. Maybe the one Dave Umahi deployed for delay was too heavy for her and she collapsed. Is that not possible? You don't construct road with anyhow equipment now. It's heavy, big ones.
Well, Barrister, Dave Umahi is breaking his silence. Before anything, he's setting the narrative. And so Dave Umahi is saying that that he's insisting that he's suspecting foul play.
Are you serious?
There is no suspected foul play to this incident of the passing of the young lady, and that he's describing attempts to link him to the incident as politics taken too far. That's what he's saying. He said it's politics taken too far because there's no foul play to the incident. So we've not gotten a police report to indicate if there was no suspicious incident that led to the lady's death. But Mr. Dave Umahi has done his own investigations and concluded by himself that there is no foul play to this. No, but we're coming somewhere. Then he described her, the late young lady, as his daughter, and that he worked very closely with her. In fact, for years, this physiotherapizing situation has been ongoing. With this 26-year-old young lady for years, and that the lady had complained to him at some point. Being a father, she had complained to him that I bleed whenever I talk to my boyfriend via the telephone, and that statement was what she made before she died. So while she was on the phone with him, complaining to him that she actually was nosebleeding while she was speaking with her boyfriend, and then she passed on. But what the Anita Baki, the colleague, is telling us was that she went to the salon to make her hair, came back, showed and displayed the hair to the friend, they chatted and joked, and then she went to have her bath. So we're having different narrations on what led to the death of this young lady. We don't know if the nosebleed happened when she entered her room, picked up her phone while she was speaking with her boyfriend, then she nosebled, then called Dave Umahi to tell Dave Umahi that while she was speaking with her boyfriend that her nose was bleeding before she eventually whatever.
Let us look at the environment. I am sure that environment is gated and fenced.
Yes.
And there must be security. That one.
There were child attendees.
There must be security at the gate. I mean, for a minister, that one is not either local or official. There must be security at the gate. Did any strange fellow that resembles a man enter that premises as at that day? Is there anybody? I'm sure there must be CCTV camera. So did you check all these things and saw a very strange face? Because now that we are hearing of a boyfriend, did the boyfriend murder her and drop her in the Dave Umahi's place? Is it possible? Where did they pass? Esther, where did they pass? Is it not through the gate? Was there any something like that? The CCTV camera, did they have they checked it? These are issues now. So when telling me there is no foul play, there's a foul play, whom are you trying to talk to? If this is your first time of having this kind of this thing, we say okay. What is it that whenever you get involved with a woman, it ends up in disaster, and you are telling us stories. Okay, why did you bring them to your private chalet in your village? Why did you bring them there? No, tell me how. Your daughter, your daughter. Why did you bring them to your private chalet? What official duty are they doing there? Tell us. They came to massage in your village, Abi. Are they massaging the members of your family? These are issues that Dave Umahi cannot answer. There is no reason why those guys should come into your compound. For what? Staff members of your ministry. It is not becoming seriously.
And they drove down. It wasn't like they drove down from wherever.
Can you imagine?
So, according to what the minister is saying during a press conference to update the public on newly approved projects by the president, because he said the president is a healer, Umahi disclosed that the deceased was a nurse employed by the Federal University of Health Sciences, Ebonyi State, contrary to reports describing her as a physiotherapist. So, who gave permission for that physiotherapist narrative to go viral?
I wonder.
Okay, now the minister's comments comes amid widespread public interest and speculation surrounding the circumstances of the young woman's death after reports emerged that she died in one of the ministry's guest houses. So while he was providing his first detailed account of the incident, Umahi said the deceased had been working with him for about 3 years and enjoyed a close relationship with his family. He also appealed to the deceased family to permit an autopsy to establish the exact cause of death, revealing that he had directed that the body should not be released for burial until the procedure was conducted. And this is despite the deceased father saying that he doesn't want an autopsy conducted on the body of the daughter. The minister's comments obviously is what generated all of the conversations and why he needed to give a detailed account of the incident. He said the deceased had been living and working for him. Working with him. She had been living and working with him for about 3 years, and she enjoyed a close relationship with his family.
Okay, fine. Esther, is that girl now a nurse or?
So she's a nurse. That she's not a physiotherapist, as widely speculated. In fact, let me even explain what he says. He says that the deceased has been receiving treatment at a Turkish hospital before her death, with medical bills allegedly paid by him. So it's like all the evidence that could link to his close relationship with this lady. He's coming to publicly account to say it is not what it is, in case the police investigates her relationship with him, so they don't tie it to be that they are intimately involved from all of this shalaye, because it's why are you explaining to the public? Why shouldn't you explain to the police all of this explanation should be given to the police. All right. So according to him, he says that he wants to correct everything about the girl and his ties and how some politicians or opposition politicians are using this to tarnish his person, and they're taking it too far. So Dave Umahi is saying that she was receiving treatment at a Turkish hospital before she died, and that the medical bills allegedly were paid by him. He also said that she has her medical records being paid by us. That the last one was on the 5th of April, and it cost him 2.2 million naira.
Are you serious?
That the records are there. He paid 2.2 million naira. Umahi also narrated what he said were the deceased final.
According to this, father of this girl we pass, so you understand. So the man say they don't need autopsy. You understand? They need the corpse of the girl or their daughter. You understand? Say me they go bury like that. So we say for their caution, they allow a young person to stay long. You understand? So now so the father of the lady talk. You understand me? So all these things. So since their parents no need autopsy, so give me the reason to them. Me they go bury her. You understand? So now what they want be that one. You understand me? Well, those people who they drag a senator, I mean this man, David Umahi, make they all leave on. Make they leave on. So that's what it be.